Sometimes a trip to the airport can feel like total torture, but in this place, it's pure luxury. Welcome to the Emirates Airlines First Class Lounge in Dubai. The extravagance goes on for more than 100,000 square feet, and every inch is palatial. And it should be. The guy who runs the airline, Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, is a Dubai royal and one of the richest men in the world. You don't set foot in this exclusive oasis unless you're holding a ticket to a seat that can run you tens of thousands of dollars one way. Here in the lounge, the floor is covered with high-end Italian marble. The custom leather furniture is also handcrafted in Italy. And the gold-plated clocks are made by Rolex. Some of the luxe perks to make jet-setters feel like royalty: a room devoted to smoking the finest cigars money can buy, VIP chambers designed for luxurious napping, private spas built to wash away jet lag, and ultra high-end shopping, only open to customers with lounge access. It's all very impressive, but when it's boarding time, the opulence takes new heights. This more than $400 million Airbus A380 is tricked out to include 14 very posh cabins, complete with sliding doors, 22-karat gold-plated trim, flat-screen TVs, a personal minibar in your armrest, and a leather massage chair that can be transformed into a plush down feather bed. And after a nap, high flyers can make use of their own private shower spa with heated floors. Up here, meals are served on fine bone china and washed down with complimentary Dom Perignon. There's more top shelf at the onboard bar, made of white onyx, and it may cost you as much as $30,000 to reserve your round-trip ticket. Now that's mile-high class. This brand new $24 million condo in downtown Manhattan has luxury touches in every corner. But the most expensive feature isn't even in the apartment, and it has nothing to do with the view outside. It's actually down in the basement.
Yes, that is currently what $1 million looks like.
That's right. You're looking at a 300 square foot parking spot valued at $1 million. Tim Crowley developed this high-end apartment building out of an old parking garage in 2012. Now, what used to house 300 cars has just 6 spots below and 6 residences above.
Parking is an endangered animal in New York City. It has become a very expensive acquisition and an absolute commodity.
That's no joke. Per square foot, the cement and yellow paint down here is pricier than the posh units upstairs. The lifts he's added will give each resident space for 2 cars. But at 2 other luxury buildings that Tim is constructing, there will be more apartments than parking. So super rich buyers will have to duke it out to fork over a cool $1 million for the privilege to park their pricey rides. What's the recipe for the priciest brunch going? Well, you start with 10 ounces of high-quality caviar, 6 fresh eggs, exquisitely prepared lobster, a generous helping of chives and potatoes, and you've got the world's most expensive omelet. It costs $1,000, but it's called the zillion-dollar lobster frittata, and it's served at Norma's, inside the Parker Meridien Hotel in New York.
It was a hit from day one.
Restaurant management says about 12 are served per year. And while he insists that Norma's doesn't make a profit on them, the publicity the frittata generates has been great for business. But even at $65 an ounce, there are no plans to cut down on that massive dollop of black gold on top.
There's no such thing as too much caviar.
The ultra-wealthy don't like to wait for anything, but when it comes to owning this very rare Ferrari, they may have no choice.
Part of the mystique of the LaFerrari is you can't get one.
We'll tell you how Florida car dealer Todd Rosenthal scored his LaFerrari in a minute. But first, a little history on this hard-to-get supercar.
Now it's time to show the car.
When the special edition was unveiled in 2013, more than 1,000 well-heeled car lovers applied for the privilege of paying $1.4 million to own one. But Ferrari only built 499 of this exclusive model. So a lot of rich people who are used to getting what they want got nothing.
You mind getting the Ferrari all perked up?
And even though Todd buys and sells exotic wheels for a living, when it came to landing a LaFerrari, he initially missed the cut. But when the original buyer of this black beauty put it up for sale, Todd was all in.
I told my wife I was buying a LaFerrari. The first thing she said, "You crazy?"
But Todd didn't hesitate to drop major bucks for this unique used car, bought from a famous billionaire who left no doubt about his identity.
One of the first things when the car came off the truck that I did was go right for the steering wheel.
At the center of the wheel, the name Steve Wynn, as in the casino magnate who sold this mega machine for over $3 million, more than double what Wynn bought it for new. Todd paid even more to a third-party broker who handled the deal. Exactly how much?
I'd rather not say.
Todd will say that after owning the LaFerrari for a little over 2 months and only putting about 100 miles on the odometer, the lure of making money on his dream ride became more appealing than driving his daughter to school in it.
LaFerrari!
And now he wants to flip it.
I could either make $500,000 or possibly lose $500,000. You always take a gamble.
Todd's asking $5 million. If he gets it, this 949 horsepower limited edition will become one of the fastest appreciating assets in the car world. This 205 feet of floating extravagance is Lady Lola, named in honor of the owner's wife. The yacht was custom built for Dwayne Hagedorn, a newspaper magnate and real estate developer from North Idaho. Dwayne spared no expense in creating this luxurious super yacht to his exact specifications, including the grand piano, which is only used by hired professionals.
You just have a live concert pianist come and play on your yacht.
Yeah.
In addition, you'll find gold-plated fixtures, walls built with Norwegian birch and mahogany, and tons of imported marble. But what Mr. H spent much of his time and money on was making sure he had plenty of space.
It's a big boat, but if you got 10 people on board, it can be a little confining.
To avoid feeling cramped, he designed a sprawling private suite. It's one entire level of the ship, unfolding over 3,000 square feet. It's bigger than most people's houses.
Mrs. Hagedorn and I are very private people. If we have friends, we can lock them out and we have our floor.
This would normally be where the captain's bridge is.
Right.
You want the best view on the ship.
I'm paying for it. I should have it.
Dwayne also paid for lavish his and her bathrooms. Keep an eye on the window above his wife's jacuzzi tub.
Just hit a button. And
That is unbelievable.
we had a saying when we built the boat that we wanted to put some sizzle into it.
And the sizzle is everywhere. Beyond the second living room and soundproof office in the owner's suite, 2 levels below are 4 guest suites and a custom-made mahogany tender worth $300,000. But the yacht's most sizzling feature is reserved for the upper deck.
We're on a yacht, and that's a golf green.
That's the tee.
Dwayne's built the ultimate combination of sea time and tea time.
They're all Lady Lola golf clubs.
So you have golf clubs to match your yacht.
Sure. The flags are on floaters out in the water. We have a system that the balls will automatically come up, so you don't have to bend over and tee them up.
And Lady Lola has got some balls, all specially designed to float.
And we have a crew out in the tender with a net, and they scoop them up.
There's a guy whose job it is to be out there and collect the golf balls that you hit in the water.
Darn right.
You must have had a lot of people look at this and say, Dwayne, are you crazy?
That's the sizzle.
After years of enjoying the high life on the high seas, Dwayne's been getting on his boat less and less, and is now putting Lady Lola up for sale. So, if you happen to be in the market for a super yacht, all you have to do is write Dwayne a check for a sizzling $55 million.
It's gonna be tough if you sell this, isn't it?
You bet. We're very proud of the boat. We really are.